So if you have somebody in your life who's gone through some type of loss and you're struggling with what you could do for them, I've got 3 ideas. I've been down this road. I've lost both of my parents and my husband. And so I've been the recipient of some really amazing, thoughtful gifts and gestures. And so I want to share with you some of the things that I think work the best and that are the most needed. So let's talk about flowers. Everybody thinks about sending flowers when somebody passes away, right? They think about sending them to the house, or they think about sending them to the church. So here are some things that you might not have thought about. If you send them to the church, especially if you send one of those big funeral things that sit up on the altar, someone's going to have to make arrangements of what to do with that after the funeral. Get it back to the house, if there's some type of a reception afterwards, transport it there. So it's maybe not something you thought about. So that's regarding flowers to the church. I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's lovely to have flowers at the church, but it just does put a little bit extra work on the family. The other thing are flowers to the house. I loved flowers that came to my house. I received so many that it got to the point I couldn't even find places for all of them. And they all died at the same time. And that was kind of depressing. And I thought to myself, gosh, there should be a service, or there should be a way through the florists that the giver could say, I want to send flowers to this family, but I want them to go next month. Or I want them to go, maybe there's a birthday coming up, or an anniversary or something. I think you could spread them out. And if you're concerned about the family not knowing you're thinking about them right away, I bet if you reached out to the florist, I bet they'd be willing to send an email or something just to let the recipient know something special is coming their way. So I think that would be kind of cool to spread them all out so that they're not inundated with a ton of flowers all at once. The next thing is regarding food. I think culturally, that's one of the things we want to do for people when they're hurting, is we want to feed them, and it's lovely. But here are some things that I think are important to think about. If you want to deliver a home-cooked meal, please, please, please put it in something disposable. Don't let them have to worry about how to get this back to you, even remember who gave which lasagna came in which Pyrex dish. It's a lot. So please, if you're gonna do a meal, which again is lovely, do it in something disposable. Also regarding food, now there are so many amazing meal delivery services. So how about a gift certificate for a dinner, a couple of dinners, and they could choose what they like, and they could choose if they want it next month, next week, what have you. I know there are tons of meal trains that people are doing, but it's kind of nice for the family to be able to choose what they want to eat. So that's regarding meals. Another thing that was done for me that was so, so lovely. A friend of mine knew my Starbucks order. And so every few weeks, she'd send me a text, and my grande latte with almond milk would be sitting on the front porch. So maybe your person isn't a coffee drinker. Maybe they're a tea drinker. Whatever. Something little like that is so thoughtful. So those are kind of my thoughts on food. The final one is something that you probably haven't thought about, and I really hadn't even thought about it, but I was just writing about how important massage is in the healing process. And I was thinking, gosh, it's so hard for me to recommend this. There might maybe people that can't afford to do this. And then I thought, gosh, this would be such a great thing to gift someone. So if it's out of your budget too, maybe a couple of you could go in on it. But giving someone a massage or something, maybe a facial, but I really, really, really believe a massage, because it's such great therapy in getting all the stress that they're feeling inside their body, getting that work done. So a gift certificate for a massage, I think, would be an amazing, amazing gesture for someone that's going through loss. And one last minute thing that just popped into my head, one of my really sweet friends, the night of my husband's funeral, when I got home, on the front porch were 2 boxes, one for my daughter and one for myself, with these unbelievably luxurious pajamas, because she wanted us to have something pretty to sleep in the first night after the funeral. So many different ideas. Those are just a few of them. Whatever you do, at the end of the day, whatever you do, a text saying I'm thinking of you is really enough to make that person feel loved, which is really what they need right now, is to let them know that they feel loved.